The stars looked different today. Captain Lee Daho stood on the bridge of the USS Blackstar and watched the distant lights through the main window. Something was wrong. The space around the human colonies felt empty and cold. "Captain, we're getting reports from the outer colonies," said Ensign Cho Hunwoo from his seat at the communications desk. His young face looked worried. "The Vorthak ships are coming. Lots of them." Daho turned to look at his crew. Commander Park Minji stood beside him, her dark eyes studying the star charts on the screen. Lieutenant Kim Ji-won was working at the engineering station, her hands moving fast over the controls. These people had been with him for 3 years. They were more than crew members. They were family. "How many ships?" Daho asked. 200, sir," Hyunwoo said. His voice shook a little. "Maybe more. 200. The human colonies had never faced that many enemy ships before. The biggest battle they had fought was against 50 Vorthak vessels, and they had barely won that fight." "What about our defense fleet?" Park asked. "Admiral Yoon has 45 ships ready," Hyunwoo replied. "They're forming up near the main colony. 45 ships against 200. Those were terrible odds." Daho had fought in many battles during his 20 years in space. He knew when a fight was hopeless. This looked like one of those times. "Sir, we're getting a message from Admiral Yoon," Hyunwoo said. The main screen changed to show Admiral Yoon Seojin. She was an older woman with gray hair and tired eyes. She had been fighting aliens for longer than most people had been alive. "Captain Daho," she said. "Good to see you made it. How is your ship?" "Ready for battle, Admiral," Daho replied. "I won't lie to you," Yoon said. "This is going to be bad. The Vorthak have brought their best ships. Their weapons are stronger than ours. Their shields are better. We might not win this fight." Daho nodded. He had read the reports about Vorthak technology. Their plasma cannons could cut through human armor like paper. Their shields could stop almost any human weapon. "What are your orders?" he asked. Yoon was quiet for a moment. Then she spoke in a low voice. "Your ship is different, isn't it? The Blackstar has things that other ships don't have." "Yes, Admiral." "Then here are your orders. Stay back. Watch the battle. Only join the fight when everything looks lost. When all hope is gone. Do you understand?" Daho understood. The Blackstar was not like other human ships. It had been built in secret. It had weapons that no one else knew about. The military leaders wanted to keep it hidden until they really needed it. "I understand, Admiral. Good luck, Captain. All of you." The screen went dark. The bridge was quiet. Everyone knew what was coming. In a few hours, the biggest battle in human history would begin. Many good people would die today. "Ji-won," Daho said to his engineer. "How are our special systems?" "Still." "Charging, Captain," Kim Ji-won replied. "The quantum array needs more time. Maybe 6 hours. 6 hours." Daho hoped the defense fleet could last that long. "Minji, what do you think of our chances?" he asked his first officer. Park studied the tactical display. Red dots showed the enemy ships. Blue dots showed the human fleet. There were so many more red dots. "The Vorthak fight in formation," she said. "They use their big ships to attack while their small ships protect them. Their tactics are good, but they're predictable. Can we use that? Maybe. But, Captain, even if we know what they're going to do, we might not be able to stop them. They have too many ships." Daho walked to the front of the bridge. Through the window, he could see other human ships moving into position. Brave men and women were getting ready to fight and die for their homes. "Hyunwoo, are you picking up any alien transmissions?" he asked. "Yes, sir. They're not trying to hide their signals." "What are they saying?" The young ensign listened to his equipment. "They're talking about how easy this battle will be. They think we'll surrender without fighting." Daho smiled, but it was not a happy smile. "They don't know humans very well, do they?" "No, sir, they don't." The captain walked back to his chair and sat down. Around him, his crew worked to prepare the ship for battle. They checked weapons, shields, and engines. They made sure everything was ready. "Captain," Park said, "the first Vorthak ships are coming out of faster-than-light travel." On the screen, new red dots appeared. Then more. Then more. The enemy fleet was huge. Daho had never seen so many warships in one place. "Admiral Yoon is sending a message to all ships," Hyunwoo said. "She wants everyone to hear it." "Put it on speakers." Admiral Yoon's voice filled the bridge. All ships, this is Admiral Yoon. Today we face our greatest test. The enemy thinks we will run away or surrender. They think humans are weak. They're wrong. We fight for our families. We fight for our homes. We fight for the future of humanity. Whatever happens today, remember this. We are human. We do not give up. The message ended. Around the bridge, Daeho's crew sat a little straighter. Their faces looked determined. Incoming transmission from the Vorthak fleet, Hyunwoo said. Put it on screen. An alien face appeared on the display. The Vorthak looked like a cross between a lizard and a wolf. Its eyes were yellow and cold. Humans, it said in broken human language. You are surrounded. You cannot win. Surrender now, and we will let some of you live. Admiral Yoon's face appeared on another part of the screen. This is Admiral Yoon of the Human Defense Fleet. Here is our answer. Go to hell. The alien's face twisted with anger. Then you will all die. Attack! The battle was about to begin. Daeho gripped the arms of his chair and watched as 200 enemy ships moved toward the human colonies. His orders were clear. Wait until all hope was gone. Looking at those odds, he thought that moment might come very soon. The first enemy shots lit up the darkness of space like deadly fireworks. Captain Lee Daeho watched from the Blackstar as red plasma beams crossed the void between the two fleets. The human ships fired back with blue laser beams and missile trails. Direct. Hit on the cruiser Busan, reported Ensign Cho Hyunwoo. His voice was tight with worry. They're losing atmosphere. Daeho clenched his fists. The Busan was a good ship with 300 crew members. He wanted to help them, but his orders were clear. Wait until all hope was gone. Commander Park Minji stood next to him, watching the tactical display. The Vorthak are using standard attack formation 7, she said. Big ships in front, fighters on the sides. Any weaknesses? Daeho asked. I'm looking, but I don't see any. Their shields are absorbing our weapons fire like it's nothing. On the main screen, they watched a human destroyer fire its main cannon at a Vorthak cruiser. The blue beam hit the enemy shield and scattered into harmless light. The alien ship didn't even slow down. Our weapons aren't strong enough, Park said quietly. The Vorthak ships moved forward like a wall of death. Their plasma cannons fired again and again. Each shot that hit a human ship tore through armor and destroyed important systems. The humans fired back, but their weapons barely scratched the enemy shields. The destroyer soul is breaking apart, Hyunwoo reported. I'm not getting any signals from them. Another ship gone. Daeho felt sick watching his people die while he sat back and did nothing. But he had to follow orders. The Blackstar was humanity's secret weapon. It had to stay hidden until the right moment. Captain, Admiral Yoon is calling, Hyunwoo said. Admiral Yoon's face appeared on the screen. Behind her, sparks flew from damaged equipment. Her flagship was taking heavy fire. Captain Daeho, we're getting hammered out here, she said. How much longer until your special systems are ready? Lieutenant Kim Ji-won looked up from her engineering station. 4 hours, Admiral. Maybe 3 if I push the power flow. 3 hours. Can the fleet last that long? Daeho asked. Yoon looked at something, off-screen. Her face was grim. We've lost 8 ships already. At this rate, she shook her head. Just get those weapons online as fast as you can. The transmission ended. Around the bridge, Daeho's crew worked quietly. They all knew the situation was bad and getting worse. Hyunwoo, what are the aliens saying on their communications? Daeho asked. The young ensign adjusted his equipment. They're not worried, Captain. One of them said, humans fight like cornered animals. Amusing. Daeho's jaw tightened. Amusing. The aliens thought human courage was a joke. They were about to learn how wrong they were. Another transmission coming in, Hyunwoo said. It's from the Vorthak commander. The alien leader appeared on screen. This one was bigger than the others, with more scars on its face. It spoke in perfect human language. Admiral Yoon, you have fought well, but this battle is over. Half of your fleet is destroyed. Your weapons cannot hurt us. Surrender now, and we will allow your people to live as slaves. Admiral Yoon's reply came immediately. We don't surrender. We don't run. We fight until the last ship is gone. Then you will all die, the alien said. But first, we will destroy your colonies. Your families will burn while you watch. The screen went dark. Deho stood up from his chair. The alien had made a mistake. Threatening human families was the one thing guaranteed to make humans fight harder. All human ships, this is Admiral Yoon, came the voice over the speakers. They want to kill our families. They want to make our children slaves. Show them what humans do to anyone who threatens our people. The human fleet attacked with new fury. Ships that had been fighting defensively now charged straight at the enemy. They took terrible damage, but they kept firing. Every shot was aimed, with deadly precision. The cruiser Daegu just rammed a Vorthak battleship, Park reported. Both ships are gone, but they took out their command vessel. Good for them, Deho said. He was proud of the crew of the Daegu. They had died like heroes. But heroism wasn't enough. The humans were still losing. For every alien ship they destroyed, they lost 3 of their own. The math was simple and terrible. Captain, we're down to 15 ships, Hyunwoo said. The aliens still have over 100. 15 ships. Daeho looked at the tactical display. The surviving human vessels had formed a circle around the main colony. They were making their last stand. Ji-won, how much longer? He asked. 1 hour, Captain. Maybe less. 1 hour. Could 15 ships hold off 100 aliens for 1 hour? Daeho didn't think so, but he had to try. Admiral Yoon is calling again, Hyunwoo said. This time Admiral Yoon looked different. Blood ran down the side of her face from a cut on her forehead. Behind her, the bridge of her ship was dark and full of smoke. Captain Daeho, she said. My ship is dying. I'm transferring fleet command to you. The Blackstar is now the flagship. Admiral, your orders. Protect the colonies. Protect the families. And Captain, if your secret weapons don't work, make sure the aliens remember this day. Make them pay for every human life. Yes, Admiral. The screen went dark for the last time. Admiral Yoon was gone, but her ship kept fighting. It fired its last missiles at the enemy fleet before it exploded in a ball of fire. Daeho stood on his bridge and looked at his crew. 15 human ships against over 100 aliens. His people were tired, scared, and outnumbered, but they were still fighting. Ji-won, he said quietly. How long now? 30 minutes, Captain. 30 minutes. The longest 30 minutes in human history were about to begin. All ships, this is Captain Daeho of the USS Blackstar. I now have fleet command. Form up around the colony. Make every shot count. Hold. The line. The battle was far from over. In fact, Daeho thought it was just beginning. The moment had come. Captain Lee Daeho watched the last human ships fighting desperately around the colony. They were brave, but they couldn't last much longer. 3 more ships had been destroyed in the past 10 minutes. Captain, Lieutenant Kim Ji-won called from her station. The quantum array is ready. All systems are online. Finally, Daeho had waited long enough. His people had died while he sat back and watched. Now it was time to show the aliens what humans could really do. All ships? This is Blackstar, he said into his communicator. Move away from us. Give us room to work. Commander Park Minji looked at him with questions in her eyes. Captain, are you sure? We've never tested these weapons in real battle. We tested them enough, Daeho replied. Besides, what choice do we have? He was right. The remaining human ships were falling back toward the colony. In a few more minutes, the aliens would be close enough to start bombing the planet below. Millions of people lived down there. Children, families. They were counting on the fleet to protect them. Ji-won, power up everything, Daeho ordered. I want full power to all weapon systems. Yes, sir. The Blackstar began to change. Panels opened along the hull, revealing weapons that looked nothing like normal human guns. Strange blue light pulsed through tubes and cables. The air on the bridge hummed with energy. What the hell is that? Came a voice over the radio. It was Captain Song from the destroyer Ulsan. That's our secret, Daeho replied. All ships, stay clear. We're going active. The Vorthak fleet was still moving toward the colony. Their commander probably thought the battle was almost over. 12 human ships against 90 aliens. Easy victory. He was about to learn he was wrong. Target the lead group of enemy ships, Daeho ordered. Lock onto their command vessel. Target. Locked, Park reported from the weapons station. Fire. The Blackstar's main weapon fired for the first time in battle. Instead of a laser beam or plasma bolt, it shot a wave of invisible energy. The quantum disruption field moved through space at the speed of light. When it hit the Vorthak command ship, something amazing happened. The alien vessel simply came apart. Not exploded, not melted. It just broke into pieces as if someone had taken it apart with invisible hands. Direct hit, Park said, but her voice was full of surprise. Captain, that ship just fell apart. Fire again. Different target. The second shot destroyed another alien cruiser. Then a third. Each time, the enemy ship broke into pieces like a toy taken apart by a child. All stop! Came a panicked voice over the Vorthak communications. Ensign Cho Hyunwoo was listening to their radio signals. All ships stop. What kind of weapon is that? Daeho smiled. For the first time in hours, he felt hope. It's a human weapon, he said quietly. The quantum disruption array worked by breaking the forces that held matter together. Human scientists had studied captured alien technology for years. They learned how Vorthak shields worked, how their ships were built, how their weapons functioned. Then they built something that could destroy it all. Captain, the alien fleet is changing formation, Park reported. They're spreading out. Smart. The Vorthak commander was trying to make it harder for the Blackstar to hit multiple ships with one shot. But it wouldn't help them much. Keep firing, Daeho ordered. Pick your targets. The Blackstar continued its deadly work. Each shot destroyed an enemy ship. The aliens tried to fight back, but their plasma weapons couldn't get through. The Blackstar's shields. The human ship had been built specifically to fight Vorthak technology. 12 enemy ships destroyed, Park reported. The aliens are pulling back. Don't let them retreat, Daeho said. Stay on them. The Blackstar moved forward, chasing the alien fleet. Behind it, the surviving human ships followed. For the first time in the battle, they were advancing instead of retreating. Captain, Hyunwoo said, I'm picking up a priority signal from the Vorthak fleet. They're calling for reinforcements. What kind of reinforcements? Something big, sir. They're using words I don't understand, but they sound scared. Daeho wasn't surprised. The aliens had come here expecting an easy victory. Instead, they were being destroyed by a single human ship. Of course they would call for help. How long until their reinforcements arrive? He asked. I'm not sure, Captain. Maybe an hour. An hour. That gave them time to finish off the current alien fleet before dealing with whatever was coming next. All human ships, this is Captain Daeho, he said over the radio. Form up behind the Blackstar. We're going to push these aliens all the way, back to their home world. Captain Song here, came a reply. Sir, what is that ship of yours? I've never seen weapons like that. It's what happens when humans get mad, Daeho answered. And right now, we're very mad. The remaining human ships moved into formation behind the Blackstar. They had started the day with 45 vessels. Now only 12 were left. But those 12 ships had hope again. They had seen their secret weapon work. They knew they could win. 30 enemy ships destroyed, Park reported. 60 left. The alien fleet was trying to reorganize. Some ships moved to attack the Blackstar from different angles. Others tried to get around the human fleet to reach the colony. But wherever they went, the Blackstar was there to meet them. Captain, Ji-won, called from engineering. The quantum array is running hot. I need to reduce power or we might burn out the system. How long can we keep firing at full power? Daeho asked. Maybe 30 more minutes. 30 minutes to destroy 60 alien ships. It would be close, but Daeho thought they could do it. Keep the power up, he ordered. We'll worry about repairs. Later. If there was a later. Those reinforcements the aliens had called for were still coming. Whatever they were, they had scared the Vorthak fleet badly. That probably meant they were very dangerous. But right now, Daeho had 60 alien ships to destroy and only 30 minutes to do it. He would worry about the reinforcements when they arrived. All weapons, continuous fire, he ordered. Don't stop shooting until they're all gone. The Blackstar blazed through space like an angry star, its quantum weapons tearing apart everything in their path. The enemy fleet that had seemed so powerful an hour ago was falling apart under the assault. For the first time since the battle began, Daeho allowed himself to hope that humanity might actually win. The alien fleet was breaking apart. Captain Lee Daeho watched his weapons destroy ship after ship. The Vorthak vessels that had seemed so powerful before were now running away from the Blackstar like scared animals. 45 enemy ships destroyed, Commander Park Minji reported. 15 left, 15 ships. The aliens had started with 200. Now they were down to 15 and trying to escape, but Daeho wasn't going to let them go. Keep firing, he ordered. Don't let any of them get away. Lieutenant Kim Ji-won looked up from her engineering station. Sweat covered her face and her hands were shaking. Captain, the quantum array is overheating. If we keep this up, we might lose the whole system. How long do we have? 10 minutes. Maybe less. 10 minutes to finish off 15 ships. That should be enough time. Push the system as hard as you can, Daeho told her. We need to end this before their reinforcements arrive. Speaking of reinforcements, Ensign Cho Hyun-woo said from communications, I'm picking up a new signal. Something big just came out of faster-than-light travel. Daeho felt his stomach drop. How big? Very big, sir. It's 3 times the size of our ship, 3 times the size of the Blackstar. That would make it one of the largest warships ever built. The aliens had called in their biggest gun. Put it on screen, Daeho ordered. The main display changed to show the new arrival. It was huge and black, covered with weapons and armor. Strange red lights pulsed along its hull. Just looking at it made Daeho feel cold. That's a Vorthak dreadnought, Park said quietly. I've read about them but never seen one. They say it can destroy an entire planet. Well, today it's going to try to destroy us instead, Daeho replied. The remaining 15 alien ships immediately changed direction. Instead of running away, they moved to join up with the dreadnought. Daeho realized his easy victory was about to become the fight of his life. Incoming transmission, Hyun-woo said. The screen changed to show a new alien face. This one was different from the others, older, scarred. The yellow eyes held intelligence and anger. Human captain, it said in perfect human language. I am war leader. Korthak, you have destroyed my fleet. You have dishonored my warriors. For this, you will pay with your life. This is Captain Lee Daeho of the USS Blackstar, Daeho replied. You came to our space. You attacked our colonies. You threatened our families. The only one who's going to pay today is you. The alien's face showed something that might have been a smile. Brave words from a dead human. Your ship may have strange weapons, but you are only one vessel. I have the dreadnought Eternal Death. It has never lost a battle. There's a first time for everything, Daeho said. Indeed there is. I challenge you to single combat, your ship against mine. The winner takes this system. Do you accept? Daeho looked around his bridge. His crew was watching him, waiting for his answer. They were tired and scared, but they trusted him. The quantum weapons were overheating. The other human ships were too damaged to be much help. This might be their only chance. I accept your challenge, he said. Good. Meet me in the space between our fleets. We will settle this like warriors. The transmission ended. Daeho turned to his crew. You heard him, he said. We're going to fight that monster one-on-one. Everyone ready? Captain, Park said. That ship outguns us 10-1. Are you sure about this? No, Daeho admitted. But what choice do we have? If we don't stop them here, they'll destroy the colonies. He was right, and everyone knew it. The Blackstar was humanity's last hope. All human ships. This is Captain Daeho, he said over the radio. Pull back to the colony. Protect the evacuation ships. This is between us and the dreadnought now. Sir, we can help, came Captain Song's voice from the destroyer Ulsan. No, you've done enough. This is our fight. The Blackstar moved away from the other human ships. Across the void, the massive dreadnought did the same. The two vessels approached, each other like ancient knights preparing for a duel. Ji-won, how are our weapons? Daeho asked. The quantum array is still working, but barely, she replied. I can give you maybe 5 good shots before the whole system burns out. 5 shots. Against a ship 3 times their size with armor and shields designed to survive planet-killing weapons. It didn't sound like enough. What about our other systems? He asked. Engines are good. Shields are at full power. All the normal weapons are ready. Normal weapons. The lasers and missiles that couldn't even scratch Vorthak's shields. They would be useless against the dreadnought. "Captain," Park said, "I have an idea. It's crazy, but it might work." "Let's hear it." "The colony has a gravity well. If we could use it like a slingshot, we might be able to get enough speed to ram the dreadnought. Our quantum weapons could weaken its armor first. Ram the dreadnought. It was suicide. But it might also be their only chance to win." "Hyun-woo," Daeho said, "can you hack into their communications, feed them false information about our position?" "I can try, sir." "Good. Park, work out the math for your slingshot plan. Ji-won, give me everything the quantum array has left." The crew worked quickly. Around them, the Blackstar moved toward its appointment with the largest warship in the Vorthak fleet. "Range, 10,000 kilometers," Park reported. "The dreadnought is powering up its main weapons." "So are we," Daeho replied. "Fire when ready." The first quantum shot hit the dreadnought's forward shields. They flickered, but held. The alien ship fired back with plasma cannons that could have destroyed a city. The Blackstar shook as the beams hit its shields. "Shields down to 60%, Ji-won reported. "Fire again!" The second quantum shot got through the alien shields and hit the hull. A section of armor peeled away like paper. The dreadnought's return fire was even more accurate. The Blackstar rocked under the impact. Shields at 20%. "One more shot," Daeho ordered. The third quantum beam tore a hole in the dreadnought's side. Atmosphere and debris poured out into space, but the alien ship kept coming. "That's it, Captain," Ji-won said. "The quantum array just burned out. We're down to conventional weapons. Conventional weapons against a dreadnought. It was hopeless." "Park, how's that slingshot maneuver coming along?" "Ready, sir. But, Captain, at the speed we'll be going, we probably won't survive the impact." "Better to die fighting than live as slaves," Daeho replied. "All hands, prepare for ramming speed." The final phase of the battle was about to begin. The USS Blackstar and the dreadnought Eternal Death circled each other like deadly sharks. Both ships were damaged. Both crews knew that only one vessel would survive the next few minutes. Captain Lee Daeho gripped the arms of his chair as another plasma blast shook his ship. The Vorthak dreadnought was 3 times larger than the Blackstar, but it was slower. That was their only advantage now. "Shields down to 10%, Lieutenant Kim Ji-won reported. Her voice was calm, but her hands shook as she worked. "Hull, breaches on decks 7 and 12. "What about the enemy ship?" Daeho asked. "The dreadnought has lost about 30% of its forward armor," Commander Park Min-ji replied. "But its weapons are still at full power. The quantum array was dead. Their best weapon was gone. Now they were fighting with lasers and missiles against a ship that could destroy planets." But Daeho wasn't ready to give up. "Hyun-woo, did you manage to hack their communications?" he asked. "Yes, sir," Ensign Cho Hyun-woo said. "I've been feeding them false readings about our position. They think we're damaged worse than we really are." "Good. Park, is your slingshot plan ready?" "Yes, Captain. But I need to warn you. The gravity forces will probably knock everyone unconscious. And if we miss the target, we'll fly right into the colony. Miss the target, and they would crash into the planet they were trying to protect. Hit the target, and they would probably die in the explosion. There were no good choices left." "Ji-won, can you give me one last trick with the quantum array?" Daeho asked. The engineer shook her head. "The system is burned out, Captain, but—" She paused, thinking. "I might be able to overload it, create a feedback explosion. It won't be a weapon, but it might damage their shields if we get close enough." "An overload explosion. It would probably destroy the Blackstar too, but it might take the dreadnought with them." "How close do we need to be?" Daeho asked. "Point blank. Range, maybe 50 meters. 50 meters from a ship that was trying to kill them. They would have to ram the alien vessel and hope the explosion was big enough to finish the job." "All crew, this is the captain," Daeho announced over the ship's speakers. "Prepare for impact. We're going to ram the enemy ship. It's been an honor serving with all of you." Around the bridge, his crew worked to prepare for the final attack. They checked their seat straps and emergency systems. No one spoke about the fact that they probably wouldn't survive. "Enemy ship is firing again," Park warned. "Evasive maneuvers. Take us toward the colony." The Blackstar turned and accelerated toward the planet below. The dreadnought followed, its massive plasma cannons lighting up space. Several shots hit the human ship. More systems failed. The lights on the bridge flickered. Hull breach on Deck 5, Ji-won reported. We're losing atmosphere in the forward sections. Hold together just a little longer, Daeho said to his ship. They were approaching the colony now. The planet's gravity was pulling them faster and faster. Behind them, the dreadnought was catching up. War leader Korthak probably thought the humans were running away. He was about to learn how wrong he was. Now! Daeho shouted. Park activated the slingshot maneuver. The Blackstar whipped around the colony, using the planet's gravity to build incredible speed. The crew was pressed back into their seats by forces that would have crushed normal humans. Speed increasing, Park managed to say through gritted teeth. We're at maximum velocity. The Blackstar shot back toward the dreadnought like a bullet fired from a gun. The alien ship was caught completely off guard. Its weapons tried to track the fast-moving human vessel, but it was too late. 50 seconds to impact, Park said. 40. 30. Ji-won, prepare the overload, Daeho ordered. Ready, Captain. 20 seconds. 10. 5. Fire everything, Daeho shouted. The Blackstar's remaining weapons fired at point-blank range. Lasers and missiles hit the dreadnoughts. Weakened armor. At the same time, Ji-won triggered the quantum array overload. The explosion was like a miniature star going off. It tore through both ships with terrible force. The dreadnought's hull cracked and split. Atmosphere poured out into space. Internal. Explosions ran along its length like a chain of firecrackers. The Blackstar was caught in the same explosion. The bridge went dark. The crew was thrown against their restraints. Daeho felt something heavy hit his head. Then everything went black. When he